Hello creative friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really fun haul video for you. Now this was actually probably a few different mini hauls, but I've kind of collected them all together so I could just do one video. But I have a scrapbook.com order. I have a few bits and pieces I got from my local scrapbook store. And then over to the side, which you can't see right now, I have a Vicky Bouton class with cut and paste that I got. And I'll show those all to you. So let's start with my scrapbook.com haul, which is right here. So they were having a sale on these Catherine Pooler metallic inks. And I have been wanting these for a while. Did I really need them? No, but do we ever buy things that we just need? But I believe they were 50% off. And then they also had the refill inkers 50% off. And I remember when they first came out, Catherine Pooler said that you needed the re-inkers because I guess the ink goes pretty fast. I can't remember the exact reason, but I figured, might as well grab them. I don't do a lot of re-inkers. I just don't have a need for a lot of them, but I remember her saying that. So this is going to be really fun. I haven't opened them yet. I'm going to swatch them all and get them ready for December daily because I think they would be so perfect. That's kind of what I wanted them for, was holiday documenting. Then I got this Halloween stencil. I just thought it was so fun and cute. That'll be fun to use in my October daily this year. And then this was just a couple add-ons. I did a Paris theme mini album and I haven't put that video up yet. But I used a bunch of this Cartabella Paris line, and these were two papers that I used up in my album. And so I decided just to pick up some individual sheets. They're the same on both, same piece of paper, but I'm just showing you the different sides. This was my favorite icons, and so I used up the paper I had, and then I used up most of the enamel dots. So I just figured to keep the rest of the supplies that I have useful, I picked up a couple extra things. And and then I'd had this in my cart for a long time, or actually I didn't. They were out of stock, but I had it on my wish list. I wanted these trays for holding embellishments. And I've got one of the We Are Memory Keepers or We Are Makers project carts, and it has 6 trays. So I got 6 of these small embellishment holders, and I'll put one on each tray. And so when I'm prepping projects, I think that will be really handy and keep everything organized. Then, because I got that, I felt that was kind of small, but they were able to give me 3 free gifts with that order, which was a lot. First, I got this Happy Halloween stamp. That is super cute. I love it. Definitely can use that. I love Halloween and October daily, so I was planning to use my stash this year, and then we'll go over all that in a different video, but this was a free with purchase product, and definitely love it. It's Spooky Things, Simple Story 2025, so it's the new release for this year. Let's see, how do I want to? I'll just flip through it really quick. A lot of bright colors. Love that. That would be really fun. Maybe a title page or something. Love the flowers. I love the little pops of purple. A little bit of teal. This is gorgeous. Absolutely love this. So I'm not sure. I haven't really gotten to October daily yet, and so I'm not really sure if I'm going to incorporate this color palette into what I'm using, or if I'm going to continue to use my stash. I love this purple one, purple with the webs. So we'll see. If not, if I don't use this year, then of course I will keep it for future years. So it looks like we're starting to repeat, so we'll put that aside. And then this product was very new to me. Minte, I don't usually buy their products. I do love the color palette here, so I was very excited to get this as a free gift as well. What's interesting to me, it's called a 6x8 paper pad with elements for fussy cutting. And what's interesting, I've never gotten anything like this. I mean, these are gorgeous. I love the colors. I love the prints. It would be a lot of intricate work to fussy cut those. So I'm not sure if people do that a lot for this type of product. They also have some full printed sheets. Now, the one thing I found interesting is this is a horizontal 6x8. I'm used to 6x8 albums that are vertical. And so there's several of these prints that I love, but I'm gonna have to think out of the box how I will use them in a vertical album. This one obviously would be very easy to do in a vertical album. And it's as a background, maybe put a picture on top of it, fussy cut some of these things out for embellishments. That would be great. I love this. And maybe this would make a good card, like if you crop it down this way and just use the center. Or you can make a 4x6 card out of it and put it in a vertical album. So if you have any ideas, please leave them in the comments. I would like to think out of the box and know how to best utilize these images. And I do think Minte is produced in Poland, if I'm not mistaken. So their albums and style of scrapbooking might be different, and that's why I'm not familiar with how to use these horizontal pages. This is adorable. I love food icons. We own a hedgehog. My son has one, so I love that. All the critters are adorable. So that'll be fun. I will definitely cut up some of those. And I love this design. This is so beautiful. And I would love to use the whole thing, but I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So if you have ideas, leave them in the comments below, and I would love some examples or ideas. So, okay, so that was the other free gift. Now, I will show you what I got from my local scrapbook store. I am fortunate enough to have a store pretty close to me. I don't go in there that often, but when I do, I always feel like I have to pick something up. Like I just can't walk out with nothing. And so I didn't really need anything, but I have been wanting this Simple Stories Star Wars, Disney Star Wars products to do some pages in my Disney mini album. And so I decided to pick up this embellishment pack. I thought that plus just a couple pieces of paper would be fine for a 6x8 album. So this is upside down. So I've got some cut aparts. I think that would be great for the 6x8 album. I love the kind of Mickey and Darth Vader together. Kind of a machinery, stars, kind of a yellow but with machine, gears. That one's upside down. The Force, that would be a great background page. And radar, is that what it would be? Radar, and I don't know if you can see, but there's tiny little ships in there, TIE fighters, and more cut aparts, which will be fun. So these definitely, I can use the cut aparts in the album. So that was just a very small haul I got from my local scrapbook store. Move that aside. And then, oh, I had forgotten this was in my pile. Recently this month, Studio Calico had, I think, 50% off stamps. And I initially had several in my cart because they were all so many that were just wonderful. This one only had 3 left, and I was like, I have to have it. They did a Halloween one a couple years ago that I would have loved to get, but they were sold out. And so I checked out with this, figuring I would go back and kind of reevaluated if I needed anything else, and I ended up just getting this one. But I love the little icons. I think that is what sold me on this one, were the Christmas themed icons. I just think they're so cute. So I'll put that in my Christmas and December daily stash. And then this is the biggest part. I signed up for the weekend event from Vicki Boutin using her cut and paste collection. Now, the funny thing about this was I initially, before it was released, said, I've got enough Vicki Boutin product. I don't need any more. And that is true. But when this released, I thought, oh, this is so cute. I love it. And then it was so hard to get. So I kind of on a whim signed up for the weekend event just to get the product. And then, of course, you get all the great classes too. So let's see. Here are the title packs. You've got some labels with words, some kind of block letter titles, and some script titles. So that is fun. Usually when we do her classes, which I've only done 2 of them, I believe, we have a lot of product left over. So I anticipate having stuff left over from her layout classes. I love these icons. I think this might have sold me on the collection a little bit. Love the deer, love the iced coffee. These are really, really cute. I love washi tape. I'm obsessed with it. I have so much. I have way too much that I've told myself I can't buy anymore, but this came with the kit, so there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to enjoy it. So I'm so excited. That will be super fun. Puffy stickers, my all-time favorite embellishment product, puffy stickers. Would have loved like 10 of these, but I will make do. So those are fabulous. Now, interesting in this kit, she put in a couple things that were not cut and paste. And this is a Bow Bunny colorful story embellishment pack. Mostly butterflies, film strips. I like the film strips in the different colors. Kind of a rainbow color scheme. So this will be interesting. I'm really curious how she's going to use that. Probably just to mix and match with her cut and paste collection. Now, depending when this video goes up, I believe the weekend event is, let me check my date on my watch. It's going to be Saturday the 16th and I believe Sunday the 17th of August. So you can see if they have access only available if you see this video in real time. There's a ring. We're going to be making a tag book. Here's the stamp set from Cut and Paste. Love that. There's a die in there for the leaf and dies for the flower too. Oh, and for the label I see down there. That's awesome. So this will be fun. I do collect a lot of her stamps and don't use them as much as I should. So that's okay. But with her motivation in class, I am excited to pull this out and use it, and then that'll help motivate me to use it in the future. So one of the things I was really excited about the class is she threw in some stencils, and these are not from Cut and Paste, they're from her mixed media line. I actually think I have most of these, or at least some of these already. But we're going to do some mixed media work, and I thought, oh, that'll be great. I always watch her Friday Night Lives, but I don't always follow along. So I'm excited to use those, get some inspiration. More embellishments, but here's stickers. There's that reindeer again. He would be great to save for December daily. I think I will try to do that, depending how she is recommending or showing us that she's using hers. Clouds, some word phrases. I just think it's such a pretty line. And I heard her say on a video, the Cut and Paste theme for this collection is all like cutting out paper and piecing it together. And so a lot of these images do kind of look like that. So that's fun. Now these, I actually have 2 sets of these already. This came out with Fernwood, I believe, 2023. So they're a little bit older, but there weren't any thickers that came with cut and paste. So she threw these in, and you can paint them whatever color you want for your collection. So I guess it's not a bad thing that I have 3 of them. Oh, sorry about that glare there. So it'll be fun to use those. And then we got, I'll pull out the paper last, but here we've got the project pad. Now, Joann Fabrics, which closed, sadly, used to stock the paper or the project pads. And I have some from her other lines. I actually preferred the single pieces of paper over the project pads in general, because I feel they put too much cardstock in them, but it came with the kit and I know we're going to be using some of it. So again, here are the same icons, but in flat sticker form. Cat, the dog, iced coffee. So those are awesome. What's new to me, I have not gotten a project pad with, let me put it this way, with sample ideas. Now this I think is a great idea, and maybe had American Crafts design those earlier, I would have gotten more use out of the project pads that I do have. But I think this is fantastic marketing as a way to how to use your projects. So then you get the alphas, some word phrases, and then the thing that is really exciting about the project pad is they tend to have some foiling. So this is gorgeous. You can see some of that shimmer there. This is fun. It does look like cut paper, kind of all glued together. And then the centers are foiled. I'm not sure if I can move that to show you. Ah, more foiling. That's definitely very shiny. More foiling with the grid. Circle, rainbow circle. Kind of a chevron. Daisies, polka dots. This is a fun rainbow color. Orangey yellow. Some cut aparts, purple with some kind of ombre into the blue over here. Just kind of a neutral grid. And then we get into the cardstock colors. Now I like this. It's just a little bit different. There's some, it's not just a solid. There is some depth and looks like kind of mixed media underneath. This looks the same. So I like this better. At least it's not just solid cardstock. Looks like it almost looks like a linen. It's totally flat and smooth, but it looks like there's a linen texture in there. So that actually is really cool. I like that. And then we get all the colors. Okay, move that over. We get a few sheets of foundations paper, because we're going to be doing some mixed media. This, I love this. I'm not sure. I'm really excited how she's going to show us how to use this. But I love the as acetate vellum with foil. So that's gorgeous. Okay, now this is fantastic. I love this. Foam stickers. Let me take this out because I haven't taken this out yet to really feel the product. But I love dimensional embellishments. Oh, no, I said I was going to take it out, but maybe it was going to be a little too tricky to do that. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. So yeah, they're foam. They've got that kind of interesting foam smell. So I love, oh, can't quite see that, but you can see kind of the dimension on there. And this is going to be super fun. Like I said, I love dimensional embellishments. Pretty butterflies and flowers. Some frames. That's going to be fun. And then that brings us to the last part of this haul is the paper. So I believe we got at least one of each of the papers in cut and paste. We Are Makers by American Craft, which this is her last line from them. So let's see, we've got the cut aparts and then this pretty pink with kind of some leaves. We got 2 of those. This might be one of my favorites that I saw online before getting this. I love these florals. I love the different colors. And again, they look like they are cut paper and put together. Blue geometric. We've got another one of those floral. Here's her pie chart with cut paper. Now, if you got her Flower Emporium collection, there's a page that seems like it looks exactly like this. I'd have to pull them both out next to each other to see how they're different, but it's very, very similar. But very pretty. Can't wait to see how we use that. I like this. The script over the black with the mixed media. And we have another one of these. This is really fun. The cut paper with sort of an ombre look. Love that. And this I really like, the blue teal color mixed media look. So we get 2 of those. Butterflies, always can use more butterflies. Love that. Backside, light blue, medium blue, checkered. I think that's a really pretty color. So we get another one of those. This is a fun one. Grid background, but then pieces of like cut paper. Here's just kind of an orange mixed media center. That would be just kind of almost like a design already done for you. Just put your picture in the center with some embellishment and then you are all done. So we get 2 of these. Oh, we get 3 of these. Interesting. Can't wait to see how we use all those. This is a fun one. Scallops. Oops, I feel like, oh, there we go. Nice dark blue background. I love these for backgrounds. Just a little bit of interest, but for the most part, it reads as a solid color. So we get another one of those. Cut apart tags. 2 cut apart tags. This beautiful green and teal backside. Love that. And then newspaper print. That's a very kind of Vicky Boutin look. Newspaper print. Backside is the wreath. That'll be a fun one to use. Again, that's another one. You can just put your picture in the center, maybe put some embellishments around the wreath and call it good. Oh, and look, we got another one of those. We got 3 of those. That'll be interesting to see how we use those. Polka dots. A green triangle shape. And another one of those. 3 of those. So we got a lot of product in this kit. Which, like I mentioned earlier, I got this on a whim because I couldn't find a lot of the product. They didn't make a lot of it, I guess, with the buyout of American Crafts. And then what stores got was very small amounts. And so anyway, this is a pretty one. This was very similar to the project pad, except the project pad had gold foiling in there. But, you know, a nice ledger page is always good. And then I did remember seeing this one on one of the online stores, and I loved this like kind of cut out hello on the edge. That is really fun. I can't wait to use that one. And then just kind of almost like washi tape strips. So that's really fun. So that is it. That is my haul. I said it was a small one, but actually I misspoke. I think this class kit is actually quite a bit of stuff. And so I'll be participating in that class, making the projects for that. And maybe I will come back afterwards and show you what we did in there. It depends if I get them all done and in what kind of time frame. So we will see. Okay, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments below, leave your comments below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Like and subscribe if you would like to be notified for my next video, and I will see you next time. Bye.